Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. It's gonna be time for some Ask Me Anything. Woo. All right. Make sure I got everything. I just want to make sure I have everything correct here. Oh my god. Why are Adrian stealing phrases in the Twitch chat or in the YouTube chat? But you know, it's funny. My damn cat is like right in front. This damn cat is right in front. Yeah, he's like right in front of the light. So he's like obscuring my vision. All right, guys. Okay, so welcome to Ask, or no, not Ask Adrian. No, that's not today. Yeah, today's Adrian Gaming's 1 year YouTube anniversary. So hello guys, hello and welcome. I don't know if you're seeing this live or on the YouTube VOD sometime in the near future. But yeah, so it's officially been 1 year on YouTube. I was actually supposed to hold this. I was supposed to hold this tomorrow, April 1st, which was going to be at 12 p.m. noon. But I actually have something that came up tomorrow, so I have to do it today. So here we are. It's gonna be time for some AMAA. I got a couple questions that people have put in, and I'll just talk about those, and then I'll just go to the chat and just read off whatever I can. I don't know how long this is gonna go for because I do have to actually get back to recording sometime later. But that's okay though. I figured might as well just do what we can and have some fun. Everybody will see the VODs later on, and should be good. Should be good. Should have some fun. You know, if anybody wants to pop in and out or whatever they want to do, it's been a busy day on YouTube. There's a lot of videos and stuff that comes out on Fridays usually. Today is actually Cesar Chavez Day, so happy Cesar Chavez Day. That's why I have the day off of work and off of school. So, Cesar Chavez. Excuse me. Okay. All right, we got moderators in the chat. Everybody's good. Everybody's ready to go. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. So I got only a few questions. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and put your questions in the YouTube chat. And I'll get to them after I get these ones here that were inputted first. So the first question is that I got here in this AMAA is by a guy named Gavin, and he commented a few days ago. And so he asked me what inspired me to start making videos. And so that's like a really there's many different like prongs to that answer, many different angles. The first one, like the first main inspiration would be Roomba. So I was watching Roomba. I actually started watching Roomba's content my first year of college here. So I started coming to college in 2015 here in my university. And I used to watch Roomba stuff. And, you know, I sometimes I was busy with school or something. I was doing something like that. You know, I was pretty packed, and Roomba was a way for me to just kind of like watch some video games when I couldn't play. You know, he's an awesome dude. And then like towards the end of my beginning year in college, I was just like, damn, what if I started making Let's Plays myself? What if I started doing that? And so I started making videos, and he inspired me very much to make that effort, to make that investment. And so Roomba was the big inspiration. He was like the number one reason. I wouldn't be here without Roomba, to be honest. I really would not. He inspired me to do something that, you know, I would maybe have never done myself. He gave me that push, and here I am. You know, we've been here 1 whole year, 12 months on YouTube, and you know, I don't have any plans on stopping anytime soon. It gets pretty difficult, I'll admit. I mean, things with school and work and university and just it can get super, super, super hard to do all of this. Especially as a Let's Player, it is difficult to have a successful Let's Play channel nowadays because there's so many people doing it. I have so many competitors, so many different people doing what I do. But then again, I always like to think that I give my own personal, you know, little twist on it. So yeah, Roomba was the big inspiration. I will admit there were other inspirations as well. So I was always, you know, a big creator. I liked to create things ever since I was a child. You know, I was creating things with the computers. I was creating things with video games. I remember when I played the original StarCraft by Blizzard Entertainment, StarCraft, way long ago, man. This was like the early 2000s. I used to create maps, and I used to create maps. They had a level editor that was built into the StarCraft engine, and I used to make maps and make competitive multiplayer maps and stuff for that that game, StarCraft, and that was awesome. You know, I used to love to do that, and I was always a creator. I was a modder for a long time, and around 2012 to like 2014, I was a modder for Half-Life 2. I used to make mods for Half-Life 2. I was a level designer. I knew a little bit of programming. I knew how to compile mods together and release them to the public, and you know, diagnose problems when people had problems with modifications and stuff. So that was another big thing too, was I was always a creator. I always loved to create things, and I also loved to, you know, craft things, and you know, I felt like YouTube was just kind of like another outlet for me to find ways to create stuff. And it really was. It really was. YouTube is just another outlet for me to create things. I've always been creating. And so it was a combination of a Roomba for sure, and my own knack for creativity that pushed me to make a YouTube channel about, you know, video games and let's plays, and really take it from being like, oh, it's just, you know, a hobby or something, video games are just a hobby, to something else, pushing it beyond that initial, you know, that initial hurdle. And there's a lot of challenges that are associated with that. You know, it gets pretty difficult. So, but yeah, that was what inspired me to start making YouTube videos. That was what it was about, you know. And we've had some bumps along the way. It's been hard, you know. I won't say that it gets in the way of my schoolwork and stuff, but it is a sacrifice. I think it is very much a sacrifice. So, you know, yeah. Okay, so that's the first question that I got. Let's go ahead and jump to one from the chat, and then we'll just kind of bounce back and forth. So I got one in the chat here. Let's see. Grunge Source says that I am the new video game Scanderbeg. Let's see here. Curry Bear asks, do I plan on playing Endless Space 2 again? It does have a lot of updates. They actually just released a multiplayer update that I've been taking a look at. Honestly, I really do want to do more Endless Space. I think when I first played it in the early access, it was a little bare bones. It was a little hard to get interested in it. I do want to come back to it for sure. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I do have a lot on my plate right now. So we'll see how that pans out. Endless Space 2, it was successful on the channel. Don't get me wrong. It was. And there is a market there for getting into that. It's just, there's just so much that's going on right now that I think Endless Space 2 definitely has to take a back seat. I have a million different series planned. Holy crap. I can't even probably begin to fathom, you know, how much I have planned for the channel. And honestly, time is just my biggest hindrance. I don't have the time to do all the series that I want to at one point, right? And so that's yeah, it's a problem. It's a real problem. So it's terrible. It's horrible. If I was to go full-time YouTube anytime in the near like year or two in the future, things would be much different. And I don't want to rush the gun, but the possibility of going full-time YouTube within the next like year is probably very real, actually. There's some things changing up at work, some things changing up with school, and I might just have to make that decision, you know, not to work at my part-time job anymore and actually go full-time YouTube. So that would allow me to do way more on the channel than I'm doing right now. Literally, I'm talking, you know, so many videos coming out every single day, every single week, live streams, regular live streams, hopefully like a Twitch partnership sometime in the near future. Twitch has been changing a lot of stuff too, so we'd have to look into that, but full-time YouTube might actually be a thing. It might be a very real possibility that I can actually go and get it and touch it, grab it. So if you want to help out with that endeavor, definitely Patreon is absolutely the best way. There's been some changes happening with YouTube and stuff like that. That's kind of worrying me a little bit as far as the prospects of growth into the future, as far as ad revenue, you know, subscribers, live streams. There's a little bit of a hesitance from me as far as YouTube's viability as a platform. I'm not really, you know, gonna jump the gun and just go crazy and abandon YouTube, because that's foolish decision if you're asking me. But there's some stuff that's going on. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, but definitely Endless Space 2. I want to come back to that for sure. Endless Space 2 for sure. Want to come back to that. Okay, we get a question. Let's go back here to the questions that users have asked. We have a question from Couch Coach, and he's a Patreon. He actually supports me on Patreon, so he's a patron. And he had a few questions that I had, or that he had. So one of them was that he wanted some computer specs for a starter computer. I'm assuming he means like a budget computer build. Anything, to me, any budget build would be like under maybe 500 to 1,000 US dollars. So computer specs for a starter computer, because believe it or not, there are a lot of people who can't really afford to buy the newest gear, the newest hardware, and that's understandable because it is incredibly expensive. So as far as computer specs for a build, I would say you'd probably want to go with like a GTX 1060, NVIDIA GTX 1060 for sure. I believe it's like $249. That's for a graphics card. You can find pretty cheap EVGA or Corsair power supplies, maybe 500 watts, 550 watts. You can probably find one for like under $100 US dollars. As far as cases, really anything will do. Anything without tempered glass will be pretty cheap. You can find pretty decent Corsair cases, like a Corsair 300R, Corsair 400C, for about $100. They're really good cases, really good airflow, really good fans, nice space for radiators and such. As far as a processor, I would say if you're looking for something really budget, like an i5 6600K with, with a Z170 motherboard. If you wanted to go a little more recent, like what's on the market right now, you could do an i5 7600K with a Z270 motherboard. You could probably find a i5 7600K and a Z270 motherboard for like maybe $300, $400. If you go like Craigslist, you might find some other stuff too. Depends on really what generation of Intel you're looking for. I would say Intel. I mean, you can go for AMD as well. The AMD Ryzen CPUs, the Ryzen 5 and the Ryzen 7 processors are pretty damn good. You could do pretty good stuff with like a RX 480 graphics card by AMD. You could do probably an i5 processor. They're coming out, I think, in April. i5, an R7 1700. It's like $300, but it'll serve you well. That's a good budget processor, I would say. It's got like 8 cores, 16 threads. I think it's clocked in at like 3.2 gigahertz. So it's not a bad thing. And then, peripherals, headphones, and stuff like that, you can just kind of add those on there. You can get like an SSD, like a 240 gig SSD, a couple games on there, your operating system, not too much. You could probably build a pretty decent budget build with all that for under probably $1,000. Maybe even like 900, 800 if you're really in the budget. You don't want to skimp on a power supply though. Guys, if you're going to build your own computer, do not skimp on your power supply. For reals. Get the expensive power supplies because they not only come with warranties, but they're guaranteed not to short out your motherboards. They won't short out your graphics cards. They won't have like over voltage problems, or they won't have underdraw problems. Getting a good power supply is pretty important. So, okay, that was Couch Coach. That was responding. He asked a question about computer specs for a starter computer. Let's come back here to the YouTube chat. Let's see. I got a question from one of my moderators. He also is a patron on Patreon. He says, "How did the year on YouTube feel like?" One whole year of YouTube. The biggest thing for me that is most apparent to me as a YouTuber is how much you change over that period of time. So it's kind of crazy to actually really just kind of remember it and think about it, but I've come very, very far in just 12 months. Just a 12-month span of YouTube. I started this in April 2016, like really diligently. I got my desktop, I got my first microphones, I started recording, putting out videos every single day. We did like Total War in the beginning of the channel, and now, looking back on that time, wow, have I come a long way. Thumbnails are different, descriptions are different, tags are different, my speaking style is different, my mannerisms, my gameplay style, everything is different. It's just come so far from the beginning to where you are right now. And that's, it's an incredible I didn't say you were Couch Coach. I think my moderator got confused about who's Couch Coach. It's an incredible journey. It really is, actually, going from that beginning stage. It's been hard, don't get me wrong. It's been very difficult. You sometimes, your expectations are different than the reality. The reality is, the way that I've at least built my channel and such, we have a very tight, well-knit community, and I actually really do like the community we have here. I was expecting faster growth, I would say. That might have been my expectation, like doing everything that I've done, the quality, the consistency. I haven't seen results that I might have expected to see, but at the same time, I'm kind of okay with that. Like at the end of the day, like you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm okay with what's happening right now. I'm not really, sad, or I'm not angry. YouTube is YouTube, people come and people go, and that's what it is. And you have to be kind of okay with that. You get crappy comments, you get really good comments, you get people who love your stuff, you get people who hate your stuff, and that's just kind of the way it is. Definitely for me, the biggest thing, the biggest, most apparent feeling about YouTube is how much I've changed. Even as a person, just like in normal conversation at my school, at my work, I feel different. My personality is different. I talk differently. I think about things differently. And I do believe that it's because YouTube has changed me a little bit. It's made me a more confident person. It's made me more, not, I'm not gonna say alive, but it kind of feels like that. It makes me feel, I feel better about myself. I feel better about my self-esteem. I feel better about what goes on around me, what goes on in my life. The amount of effort, the amount of time that I've put into this is ridiculous. It'll blow your socks off. And that really has made me a better person, a different person, a more hardworking person. And that's a feeling that I don't know you can get from many other things, even things like education, or making a lot of money at some job somewhere, might not be able to actually get that kind of passion, that kind of emotion out of you. Let's see. YouTube said, yeah, expressive. Yeah. Curry Bear says it made me feel more expressive. I would say that's true. And like I said, that's a feeling that I don't know if you get everywhere else. You really don't. Even education, going to school, even going to work, working some 9 to 5 job somewhere. I don't know if those kinds of feelings can be evocated by just normal behavior, normal human interaction. I don't know. It's weird. YouTube is a different beast, you know? That's the most apparent feeling for me is I feel better and different as a person. In my self-esteem, in my my mannerisms, my speech, everything. Everything. And it's incredible. It really is an incredible experience. If you have the time and you have the desire, I would say, to try out YouTube for yourself and just do whatever it is that you want to do, videos, whatever way you want to make your videos, whatever way you want to build your community, go out there, do it. Really do it. It's a good experience. Even if it at the end of the day doesn't work out, you did it, you did it and you gave it your shot. That's important. Is learning how to succeed, but also learning when things don't work out, learning how to fail. There's plenty of people who do YouTube and they fail. They stop, or they quit, or they take a break and they never come back. That is real. And to be honest, that's okay. I've understood that feeling. I've had that feeling myself a couple times. But at the end of the day, I also think about, damn, what has YouTube done to me? And do I want to quit that? And usually I decide, no, I really don't. I don't want to give up that feeling, what YouTube has given me as a person. I don't want to get rid of that. So, it's an incredible feeling. It's coming so long and so far from where you started. It's a pretty interesting feeling. It's been hard. It's been real hard. School, university, family life, my girlfriend. You sacrifice a lot, even just to make videos. To make videos on YouTube, you sacrifice quite a bit. But it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's when you love doing something and you give so much time to do it, it's a really good feeling. It makes you feel good. You go to bed at the end of the day, you go to sleep and you say, damn, I accomplished something today. I hope all you guys may one day know what that feels like. Because I feel like I do. Like I could probably do this job for a long damn time and I would not get sick of it. I hope that I would never reach a point where I do get sick of it. Because I think that happens to people. Some YouTubers, that really does happen. They get sick of it. They get tired of this. I don't want to have that feeling ever. Never, ever, ever. If I can avoid it, I will. Holy crap, the wind's going crazy outside my house. Okay. Whoa. think we just got a donation for 19 pounds. Lou Wardner. Holy crap, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. 19 pounds. Holy shit. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dude, that's the hugest donation I've ever gotten. You know? That's the hugest donation I've ever gotten. Thank you so much. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. 19 pounds. That's like 24 bucks US, I think. That's a lot. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. We got another question here from a patron, and he asks, this is Couch Coach. This is Couch Coach. He's a patron of mine, and he asks, why don't I use Beam for streams? So he means Beam. I think it's beam.io, right? It's a streaming service. I actually do know some friends that stream on Beam. I don't use it just because I always liked Twitch and YouTube better. I never really thought about Beam. I've actually heard Beam is very, very good for streaming. The market's smaller, and so that means that people are more likely to find you. I just never got into it. I just never used it. I don't know. I never watch people on Beam. I know a couple friends that do use it. They're actually regular streamers on there, but I never use it. I don't know. Yeah. Let's come back to the YouTube chat. Let's see here. We got a question. Why do you always wear a robe? It's kind of my mission. It's my mission to make this thing like a hallmark of the channel. I want to like once I get Twitch emotes, if I ever do get a Twitch partnership, I actually want to have one of the emotes be a robe because I wear this thing so damn often. It's just kind of a running gag that I have on the channel. I love this thing. It's really warm. I got this thing like literally 6 years ago and it still fits me. I think my mom bought it for me or something like that for like 15 bucks at like Kmart or something. And I just wear this robe just because it's going to be like a running gag on the channel, you know? I know people will probably make some memes about this damn robe sometime in the future. Oh yeah. And then we got a serious question. So the why do you always wear the robe was by Great Max. He asks that. A serious question that he has is, what is your first Mandate of Heaven campaign? I wanted to play Japan, and I think I'm gonna play Japan. I'm expecting a preview code, honestly, sometime today, because Quill18 got his preview code, and it looks like his stream that's going on, I think actually right now he's still streaming Europa Universalis IV Mandate of Heaven is exclusive. I think after his stream ends, they're gonna start giving out preview codes. I'm hoping. I got one for Stellaris Utopia, but I did ask for one for Mandate of Heaven. I did not receive it yet, so if I can't get that code within the next like 24 hours, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have a Let's Plays up by the embargo. I don't think I will. So I was gonna do Japan. We're gonna do probably a Korea game. A Korea game might be stream only. We're going to be definitely doing Japan as an actual Let's Play. Probably Manchu as well, so one of the Manchu states for sure. I was going to play the shit out of that region. All of it, just all I can get. I didn't want to do Ming because I felt like Ming, as much as it is, I heard a more of a challenge now. I don't know if... I feel like everybody's going to play Ming. I don't know. Or everybody's going to play Japan. I don't even know. Ming, I'm not too interested in playing as just because they're so large and they have so many issues with the Ming implosion and everything like that, but we'll have to see how it goes. That's probably going to be my first Mandate of Heaven campaign was going to be Japan. Yeah. Okay. Coming back here to the questions that were asked previously. Couch Coach once again says, dream job. What is my dream job? I think everybody would probably think YouTuber. Which is true. I would love to do this as a job. I'd probably do like YouTube Let's Plays, Twitch streams, like a merchandise store, like a professional website, everything, all of it. I would love to do it. This is awesome. This is a really enjoyable experience for me. Either being a YouTuber, full-time YouTuber, and actually being able to pay bills, actually being able to, you know, save some money, pay off my debt, pay off my bills, pay my university. That's my first dream job. But my actual second dream job would probably be to be an attorney for a public defender's office. So here in the United States, you know, a public defender defends criminals. When you're accused of a crime, you're innocent until proven guilty. So when you're taken into custody by police, you have to be assigned an attorney before you can be questioned and sentenced and given due process. So my dream job for me would be to be a public defender for public defender's office somewhere. I would love to do that. Not that I like criminals, honestly. I don't, you know, do people like criminals? Is there such a thing as liking criminal behavior? Um, yeah, I want to represent criminals in a court of law just because that is important, you know, because you know, criminal representing, yeah, if you're accused of a crime, if you're accused of a crime, I hope that you have some sort of legal representation. That's pretty important. So that's my other dream job. Now my third dream job is to rule the world. But we'll see where that goes, because I actually think if you could grab that dream. It's not impossible. You can actually do it. So we'll see where that goes in the next 50 years. Okay. So those are my, yeah, those are those dream jobs and such. Those are my couch coach. Couch coach asked those questions. Let's see. We get a question in the YouTube chat. Let's go back to the YouTube chat. Where did the U.S. flag that used to be on the background go? It's actually still there. It's actually still there. It's just that I moved my desk. I moved my desk from facing this way. It used to be here, and I used to face that wall. Now it's just against this wall. The flag is still there, actually. Yeah, I have that flag still there. It's just that you can't see it. Yeah, see? Okay. Yeah, so it's still there. So, you know, it's not going anywhere. I hope it's not. I don't intend for it to go anywhere. I like that flag. It means a lot to me. Ooh. Let's see here. Curry Bear says, well, I guess getting out there to present yourself to public audience continuously definitely has some impact. Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Jack Lonley says, I'm really optimistic. It's a great thing to be. Yeah. I don't know. I just even optimism. It's a very particular word. Yeah, I'm interested in that word. I would say I just feel dedicated. You know, I feel dedicated. Because there's been rough patches. It's been hard to continue doing YouTube with everything else on my plate. You know, you make sacrifices, but yeah, I guess I would say I've always been optimistic about it. I've always been dedicated about it and passionate about it. You know, my happiness and my passion for this has never really gotten to the point where I'm just like, okay, I give up. You know, it's never gotten to that point, ever. I don't think so. I've thought about it, but I've never actually been there. And I know YouTubers, I know people on here, they play, you know, Hearts of Iron 4, they play Europa Universalis 4, they do things. I know that they've felt like that and they've given up. They've taken breaks and they don't come back. I know them. I'm not going to, you know, have any names or anything like that, but I go to those channels sometimes and I see, oh, they haven't uploaded a video in like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And then I go to their videos and I see how they used to, you know, behave and how they used to talk and how their commentary was, their gameplay style, and I realize, you know, do I want to be that? Do I want to be that guy who took a break and never came back? Do I want to be that guy who gave up? That guy who stopped? And I've quit a lot of things in my life. I'll admit. In my life, I'm a quitter. I've quit many, many things. Sports, clubs, extracurricular activities. I was always a quitter. But this that I'm doing right here, YouTube, fuck that. There's no quitting this. Unless there's some extraordinary circumstance that means I need to go work like 3 jobs just to support myself because somebody died. No, there's no quitting this. I've given up too much time to quit, you know? And so, yeah, I guess I would say that I'm optimistic, but dedicated and you know, furious is maybe a more better word. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's just the way that it's been for me. I've always been a quitter. But this here now, I don't want to quit. My cat's going crazy. Okay, we're gonna come back here. This is the last of the questions that I have from patrons and from people that have asked questions. Couch Coach asks, 60 FPS necessary for games and movies? 60 FPS for games equals yes. I don't like to play any games that are less than 60 frames ever. Can't do it. It's not smooth enough for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a PC Master Race guy, but I need my 60 FPS, man. I need my 60 FPS. Let's see, 60 FPS for movies? No. Believe it or not, there's a reason why movies are not recorded in 60 frames per second. It's not even from like a budget point of view. It's not even from like a money point of view. It's actually, it has to do with a human brain. Anything over like 24 to 30 frames per second in a film, in an actual big movie theater film setting, actually makes you nauseous. It makes you sick, because 60 frames a second in a big screen format, a massive, you know, screen, like in a movie theater, all the lights are dim, it actually can make you sick. And so most people record movies either at 24 or 30 frames per second because they realized that is the most natural way that life appears to the human eye. Anything above that is actually, especially in a movie cinema setting, is actually too much for the brain to process, and it actually makes people motion sick and stuff like that. It makes people nauseous. I believe 24 FPS is actually like what is the most frames that a human eye can capture at any one instance at any time. I think 30 FPS is like almost indistinguishable from 24, but anything over 30, I actually heard that the human eye has trouble acknowledging what is what. So for movies, no, don't watch a movie in 60 FPS, dude. Don't do it, especially in like a movie theater or something like that. You're gonna get like motion sick. Things like VR and stuff, right? That's why like virtual reality and stuff, if you're not getting those high frames, dude, you get sick. You get like motion sick because it's simply too, it's too jagged. It's too smooth. It's too, you know, whiplashy. It makes you motion sick. If the frames are like not at that right frames per second, you know, try playing a VR game at like 60 FPS exactly. Doesn't look right. You need like 90 FPS. 90 FPS or 100 or anything above. So there's a very particular frame rate that you need for movies and for VR and stuff. Let's see here. YouTube chat says, you want to get a lot of robes in the mail? Because that's how you'll get it. I think he's talking about the Twitch emotes. If I have a Twitch emote that's a robe, I'm going to get them in the mail. That's true. That's funny. Let's see. Curry Bear says, yeah, Cool 18 is streaming Japan right now. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. Ooh, we got a donation. Lou Wardner, another £5. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. My moderator's just like, dude, are you okay? Oh, man. Let's see here. Grunge Source says, will I start playing other games like other categories? You know, that's a hard one because believe it or not, I actually do. I love shooter games. First-person shooters. I love first-person shooters. They're like my Dota 2. Like, you know, Roomba loves Dota 2, but he can't play it because it takes time out of his day. Like, I love shooters, man. I will play shooters all day. Battlefield 1, Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I love that shit. The thing is, though, is I realize why I can't put it on the channel because it's just not what people come to my channel for. They come to my channel for strategy. You know, Total War, Paradox Development Studio games, 4X games, strategy games, things that take forward thinking, tact, that take patience. And shooters don't really involve strategy all that much. They're more of like a tactical sort of level. They require skill, but just because something requires skill doesn't mean it requires strategy. And so I would love to do more things on the channel, specifically shooters, but I just kind of can't. Just because that's not what my channel is. It's not what my channel represents. Every now and again, I'll do some shooters or something like that, but as far as making it a regular thing on the channel, it's just not possible. That's a good way to lose subscribers and such. It's a good way to diversify your content as well, but I want to respect the desires of the community. And most people come here for strategy, and that's just what it is. You know, and it's kind of a hard balancing act, I'll admit. It's pretty difficult. You know. Let's see. Yeah, Curry Bear. So many events for Japan. I believe the second most actually for the game. Yeah, they seriously, in this new Mandate of Heaven patch for Europa Universalis IV, they patched up Japan pretty good. I'm gonna love playing that campaign. It's gonna be so fun. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome. Let's see here. Can you tell us something about the new Utopia Stellaris playthrough? Yeah, so I got the preview code today. I have the preview code today. I have to record actually probably after this AMAA is over. And I was gonna do one of my patrons actually suggested that I do kind of a Japan theme for this month because Europa Universalis IV Mandate of Heaven comes out. We're doing a Japan themed game there. And so I was like, hey, why don't we do like a Stellaris playthrough as like Imperial Japan? Why don't we do like a Space Kamikazes thing? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Space Kamikazes thing. We're going to do like our navies have names after the Imperial Japanese Navy. Our emperor, we have an emperor that we start out in Stellaris. He's going to be named Hirohito. And our traits and our civics and our ethics are going to revolve around authoritarianism and militarism. And probably like a special spiritualist devotion to the emperor, you know. Rich country, strong army, that sort of thing. So we're going to be like basically purging and wiping out the entire galaxy of anything that's not us. Imperial Japan. So, Banzai, you know. Let's see here. Let's see. Jack Lunley says, what's your favorite country in real life? And as in Europa Universalis 4 and Hearts of Iron 4. In real life, I don't think I have a favorite country in real life. I mean, I'm from the United States, but if I was to say I have like a favorite country, like one that I'm really interested in, one that like really fascinates me, believe it or not, I'd actually probably say Germany. The history of Germany, the history of the German nation is just amazing to me. I love it. I love it so much. I've studied German history since last probably 5-6 years now. I've studied literally everything I get my hands on about Germany. So everything from like, you know, the Nazi era to like the current day, the East-West split of East Germany, West Germany, way back in the old day, like the ancient times with the Germanic bands from Scandinavia and stuff like that. I've studied all that, the Romans and the Germanic relations. If I had to pick one other country, I would say Japan, Germany or Japan. Japan's really cool, especially like from the samurai period, from like the 1100 AD to, you know, 1945, maybe even up to like the Meiji Restoration in the 1800s. Like that whole period of time when Japan industrialized, when they changed their country, when they changed their society and civilization, like all of that, dude, I would kill for that. It's so interesting stuff. It's amazing. So I really hope that in our playthroughs here in the near future with Japan, hopefully in Europa Universalis 4, I might even do some Hearts of Iron 4 with Japan this month. I really, really hope to flesh out my knowledge of what goes on in those countries, either Germany or Japan or whatever. So I really want to just give my feedback and give my commentary on it. Maybe you guys will learn something about ancient Japan and you know, who knows? Medieval Japan. I'm super excited. I can't even tell you how excited I am for that. It's gonna be awesome. As far as my favorite country in EU4, I don't know if I have one. I don't know. Favorite country in EU4? I'm not sure. Favorite country in Hearts of Iron 4? Probably Germany. Germany's fun. Well, I gotta try a Romania game. Remind me to do a Romania game in Hearts of Iron 4. That's a fun time. That's a fun game. It really is. Let's see here. Let's see. Grunge Source says, I actually started a channel with Minecraft minigames, but I quit because it wasn't going well. Trust me, man, I understand for sure. Yeah, I know what that's like. Will you do any vlogs? You know, I do want to do vlogs. I think when I have some more money available, I actually want to get myself a camera, like a really, really nice DSLR camera. I found some like video creator bundles on Amazon. They have like these nice DSLR cameras with like a shotgun microphone. It's got like a light next to it, so you can just kind of put it up on a tripod and just kind of talk into it, and it looks amazing, amazing video quality. And honestly, the cameras aren't that expensive. They're like $600, you know, $500 for a really, really nice camera. I do want to do vlogs. I really, believe me, I do. It's just money is an issue, time is an issue right now, but I'd love to do vlogs. I really would like to show you guys what goes on here in my life, what I do in like a daily setting. That would be so cool. I just need a good camera. I don't know. If I had like a good phone camera, I might try it out, like a good iPhone camera. My iPhone camera right now isn't that great, but if I ever upgraded in the future, I could probably do vlogs, honestly, on like just an iPhone camera. Probably wouldn't look that bad. Let's see. Curry Bear says this is what streams are for. Let's see. He says, I'm just triggered that Korea has like 8 events total and Japan's got around 60 in total. Gotta love that Xeno purge. Let's see. Grunge Source says, Adolf Hitler. That's funny. Let's see here. Are you showering in the YouTube and Patreon monies yet? I wish I was, man. Honestly, I wish I was. The YouTube ad revenues declined a little bit in the last like month or two. And then, believe it or not, actually, we're making, okay cash for Patreon. We have like $9 coming in per month, and I'm really happy about that. I only set up the Patreon a couple months ago. It looks like people are really kind of like getting onto the Patreon train. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm really happy. Really happy with the way that things are turning out. I really do think that, we're building something here, a community here, and it's slow. It's a slow growth. I don't really get that many subscribers and stuff, and people come into the Discord, and that's also awesome. It's a slow growth, but I do feel like we're getting somewhere. We're actually making those forward steps every single day. We're getting to where I want the community to be, and it just takes time. You gotta give it time. Rome wasn't built in a day. I've only been doing this 1 year. I mean, Quill's been doing this like 6 years. Arumba's been doing this damn near 4 years. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of dedication, and you got to stick it out. Cats or dogs? Cats. I love dogs, though. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs. I had dogs as a child. I had dogs in my house. But cats are my favorite. Cats are so easy to take care of. It's awesome. It's like my cat's sleeping over there right now, so he's really cool. Let's see here. Mr. Y Wrote K asks, how did the final exams go? They went very well. I got a D, and I got an A and a B. So let's just say I got A's and B's and C's on my final grades for this quarter. So I think I have, it's a decent GPA. It's okay. I probably need to be better, but let's see. Curry Bear says all that industrial period for Japan is Victoria 2 stuff. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Remind me to do a Victoria 2 Japan campaign sometime in the near future. Where my Vicky 3 at in Johan's belly, mate? What the hell? I honestly, guys, I really do think they're announcing something with Victoria 3 pretty soon. It's my understanding that that's probably likely. Because Stellaris, they just released an expansion. They're releasing, they just released the expansion that's going to be coming up. Europa Universalis IV is still getting really good sales and really good feedback and such. But I think they want to announce something else because, I mean, EU4 is getting to be kind of old. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's well baked in the oven, but Stellaris and Hearts of Iron 4, I imagine that sales and activity for those games is slowing down a little bit. It's about a year from release for both of those games. And so I think they're going to announce a sequel. They probably have to. They're going to be wrapping up Crusader Kings 2 pretty soon. I think we have like 1 or 2 more expansions and then it's done. So Victoria 3 is probably around a corner. I'm serious. Let's see. Jack Landley says, you're my favorite YouTuber. Well, you're my favorite fan, man. You're my favorite fan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And it's crazy. It's crazy that I get people that tell me that, like, you're my favorite YouTuber. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm just realizing I'm actually a YouTuber right now. This is me on YouTube. This is what I do, and it's pretty hard to it's pretty hard to like actually like come to terms with that. Like, what does that mean? So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. I just do what I can. I do what I can. I don't believe that I'm the best EU4 player. I'm not the best Total War player. And I don't even know if I want to be. I really don't know if I want to be the best player, but I want to play the way that I want to play. And you guys let me do that. YouTube and you guys, you as fans, let me play the way that I want to play. And that means so much to me. You've no idea. That means so much to me. Imagine if Adrian got 1 million subs and I'll say I was here from 2000. I mean, honestly, there's been people that they've been coming back to the channel and they're like, damn, a while ago you were at like 200 subscribers and now you're at like 2000. What the fuck happened? And I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's really crazy. Let's see. Game Hacker, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? How's it all going? Yo. Let's see here. Do I like to cook? Do I like to cook? You know, I do. I like to cook. Lately, I haven't really been cooking that much. I've been eating a lot of like frozen pizza. Don't eat frozen pizza. It's not good for you. But I've been eating a lot of frozen pizza, a lot of like frozen foods. I love to cook though. Don't get me wrong. I love to cook so much. And yeah, it's you know, it's been hard to actually like feed yourself when you live by yourself. In college, it's actually really difficult. So it sucks. It sucks. But it's don't get me wrong. I like to cook. It just takes I like to bake too. I love to bake. Cakes, cookies, like French bread, uh cupcakes are awesome. I love to like make cakes and stuff like that and like put frosting on them and like have them with some ice cream or something. Love that shit. It's awesome. Let's see here. Game Hacker wants me to play as Albania in Hearts of Iron 4, but it's such a gamey game. Albania is so weak in Hearts of Iron 4. I don't want to game the system. Uh, let's see. CK2's got some really funny content though. Dude, that cult stuff is crazy. It's awesome. The stuff with Satanism and stuff is so good. Let's see. Game Hacker says, I love you so much. Thanks, man. I love you too, man. Let's see. Grunge Source says basketball or football, and by football he means soccer. You know, I don't like sports. I don't like sports at all. I don't watch any American sports. I'm like a Roomba. I don't watch any American sports. I don't think it's like a smart sport. You know, I don't think that sports requires a lot of strategy. It requires skill. It requires skill. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I can't do sports, man. I can't do sports. The only sport that I like is like maybe esports. Like I watch like maybe some Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournaments and stuff, but even then it gets too competitive for me. I can't do it. Can't do it, man. I wish I liked sports. If I had to pick one between basketball or football, I'd probably be football, I guess. Soccer's cool, sure. I used to play soccer like with friends in like elementary school. So, you know. Yeah, Curry Bear. Yeah, cooking's so much fun. Let's see. Jack Lenley, what's your favorite type of food? Um, Probably pizza. I could always go for a good pizza. I love chicken wings, French fries. I love potatoes. I am like part Irish, man. I love potatoes. Potatoes are awesome. I love potatoes. Let's see, Grunge Source. I got butthurt. I'm from Albania. Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry about that, man. It's just to play Albania because I've seen people do Albania. I've seen people play Albania in Hearts of Iron 4, and it's just so exploity. You have to game the system, and I don't like that. I like to be realistic with Hearts of Iron 4. You know, that's just me. I don't know. And even then, Hearts of Iron 4 is not a realistic game. There's not. I wouldn't call it realistic. I don't think Hearts of Iron 4 is that realistic. And when all things are considered, I wouldn't say it is, you know? So I don't know. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Let's see. Mr. Rywoke K says, friends know that you are a YouTuber? That, you know, that's a good question. I know some of my coworkers do. Some of my coworkers do at work. So like I'll be talking and I'll be like, damn, I'm really tired. And they're like, oh, you're working on YouTube last night? I'll be like, yeah. Coworkers do. But as far as like actual like friends from college or something, or friends from like high school, I don't think so. I post stuff on like Twitter, right? My Twitter is pretty transparent about what I do. I mean, I go to UC Davis, I'm a YouTuber. It's like, what do you want me to say, you know? So if you were to go to my Twitter and you were to see that, you'd probably know. But no, I don't really talk about it that much. I don't really do much with it. I don't know. Let's see here. Any thoughts on MMOs or other multiplayer focused games? I was never a Warcraft dude. You know, they have Warcraft. I never played it. I never played it. I never played Warcraft. MMOs are cool. I mean, I know Roomba used to play EVE Online. I guess if you can count that as an MMO. Theoretically, I guess you could. Other multiplayer focused games. I mean, I'd like to try them out. It's just I've always been a strategy guy or like a shooter guy. So I've never really been into those MMOs, into those big, multiplayer focused RPGs and such. But you know, let's see. Tim Van Leer, I joined the live stream and literally the first thing I hear is I love potatoes. I love potatoes so much. My God, I love them so much. I love them so much. If you guys want to make me really happy, send me like French fries or something, or like a bag of potatoes. I love potatoes so much. I love potatoes so much. Let's see here. Yeah, Tim, I know who you are, Tim. I know who you are. Let's see here. Grunge Source says, was it cringe on YouTube when I first started? Oh, yeah, it was pretty bad. Actually, believe it or not, if you wanted to go to the channel, you can actually look at some of the older series that I have. They're still there. The older videos are still there. You can see how bad it was. Believe it or not, the video quality was actually pretty impressive for a year ago. The video quality, the recording quality, everything actually still looks pretty good quality. It's just the voice, the audio was just horrible. I had the shittiest microphone ever. It was like a headset microphone, and the recording quality was just so terrible. And so that was over a year ago, but you can go and see those videos still. You'll cringe pretty badly, but you know. All right, take care of yourself, Curry Bear. Take care of yourself, buddy. Thanks for the 1 year, man. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support. Let's see. Tim Van Leer asks, have you decided yet whether to play Big Blue Blob or Japan? We're going to be playing Japan, for sure. Big Blue Blob will be, the BBB. We'll see when it comes around. I don't know. I've got a lot planned for the next couple months. BBB would be cool, though. Yeah, sometime in the near future, hopefully. Oh, dude, McDonald's sounds so badass right now. Oh, sounds so good. Oh. I already had breakfast, although, to be honest, I probably should get something to eat. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good. Grunge Source has a picture of a pizza. Oh, man. Once again, got to give a big shout out to Lou Wardner. He donated damn near like 24 pounds today. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much, man. Let's see. Game Hacker. If play Hearts of Iron 4 is Turkey, I've already played Turkey. I played Communist Turkey. We have a Communist Turkey campaign. You should search it up on the channel. It's there. Yeah, it's a good campaign. We had fun with it. It kind of dragged on for a little bit though. That was when Hearts of Iron 4 was in, like its beginning stages. So, yeah. Olav NL, how you doing, buddy? Every time I see your name, I think of Northern Lion, dude. Really, are you Northern Lion? Are you Northern Lion? And every time I see NL, seriously. Let's see. Hey, Chris 65450. How you doing, buddy? I guess I really could make it. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for coming by. I know plenty of people will see the VOD and stuff, so either way, I'm super happy about that. Yomer just got out of school. Damn, we got everybody, man. Everybody got out of school right now. Yeah. I know, damn Northern Lion, man. Let's see. Have I ever bought any game-related merchandise? Yes, actually, I have. I've bought, this was a few years ago, but I bought a lot of stuff about Half-Life 2. I had, and Team Fortress 2. I had a Half-Life 2 mug. I had a Half-Life 2. I had actually 2 mouse pads. I had like a, Counter-Strike Source mouse pad. What else? I have a Team Fortress 2 coffee mug. I used to have a Portal coffee mug, one of the Aperture Science Portal coffee mugs, and my mom broke it. So I used to have one of those. And then I wanted to buy some stuff from Paradox Interactive. I don't think they have their merchandise store anymore, do they? I don't think they do. Yeah, the merchandise was removed from the store. Damn it. Yeah. They were running out of stock. So hopefully, I want to have merchandise come back. Yeah, I wanted to buy some of that stuff, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of stuff from like Half-Life 2, Portal, Team Fortress 2. I bought a lot of merchandise from there. I actually still have a couple mouse pads and stuff laying around here. So what if we did a giveaway? Yeah, but I wanted to get like Quill18. He's got like a Paradox Interactive beanie, and I think he's got like a mouse pad somewhere too. I think he showed us they have a mouse pad and stuff, and I want to get some of those. I want to get like a mouse pad or something. I would love to use that stuff, but I can't buy it anymore. They won't let me buy it. They removed the merchandise store a while ago. Let's see here. Wow, so many wrenches. The cake is a lie. The cake is a lie. Let's see here. Jack says, I should try EU4 as Scotland. Yes, I want to do a Scotland campaign sometime soon when I have a chance. Scotland would be pretty cool. The Alt Alliance Reversed is a really, really fun achievement I've heard to get. I heard you have to go to Ireland and you have to come back to England. It's pretty difficult. Let's see here. Yomer was the first moderator for YouTube and Twitch, not including Nightbot. Yes, Yomer, you were. Yes, you were, Yomer. Although, Yomer, you don't come by the live streams that much, or at least you didn't used to. Sometimes. When they were late at night, you would. When they were late at night. Let's see. Olaf NL, most enjoyable game I've ever played. Because enjoyable is different than best. So, like, there's the most enjoyable game, there's the best game, and then there's, like... That's a hard question, actually. I mean, honestly, EU4, I could play this game all day, man. I could play EU4 all day. Shit, I can never get tired of it, ever. Just never, ever. I'm trying to think, anything else? Any other games? When I was a kid, I used to have a PS3, and for the PS3, there was a game called Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. That's a good game. That is a good game. You guys should play that game. It's a good game for the PS3. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. That's a damn good game. Let's see, what else? EU4 is really enjoyable. I loved Team Fortress 2 when I was a kid. Team Fortress 2. Half-Life 2. You know, we streamed Half-Life 2, actually, believe it or not, on Twitch one time. Half-Life 2 is a damn good game, man. Even for right now. Half-Life 2 came out 13 years ago. That game is still badass. It really is. Half-Life 2. You guys should play that game if you don't already own it. If I do Scotland, please keep the Stuarts on the throne. Yeah. But sleep schedule kept changing. Yeah. So yeah, my sleep schedule is pretty bad too, to be honest. It's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up. You know. Let's see here. Let's see. Do I play any games of the quest genre like Siberia, The Longest Journey, etc.? You know I don't. You know I don't. Quest games, I've never really gotten into them, you know? Maybe the closest thing that would be similar to that would be like an RPG. Like I played Fallout 4, you know, the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. But I've never done any actual quest games like Siberia or anything like that. No. RPGs is probably the closest that I'd get to that. Let's see. Chris65450 says, I was thinking about buying Rainbow Six Siege. Do you think it's fun enough to get right now or wait until a sale? Honestly, because the game came out over a year ago, it goes on sale fairly often. I would say pick it up on a sale. I don't know if I would pay like 70, 80 bucks right now for it. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. It is a lot of fun. It is a really good time. But the fact that it came out a year ago means you should probably wait to get it on a sale. If you get it on a sale, if you get the full game for like 40 bucks or $30, you're going to feel like it's a much better value than if you paid like 70 or 80 for it right now. Definitely wait for it for a sale just because it's been out for so long. Olaf NL, have you ever played any Red Alert? Hell yeah. Red Alert. I used to play Red Alert too. And I used to play Command and Conquer, yeah, Tiberium Wars. I used to play Tiberium Wars a lot. Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 is also pretty cool. I think I still have Red Alert 2 installed on this game. Yeah. Yeah, I still have Red Alert 2 installed on this computer. Yeah. Let's see here. Tim Van Leer says, I'm not watching a YouTuber who is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have to say it's so much fun due to the nostalgia. Yes, Roller Coaster Tycoon is fucking awesome. I want to actually play Roller Coaster Tycoon numbers 1 and 2 on the channel when I have a chance. When I can, you know. There's so much going on. But yes, I want to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 on the channel. They're awesome games. They still hold up really well as far as their design. They're really awesome. Let's see. Grunge Source asks, do you imagine yourself as a rapper? Not as a rapper. I can sing. I can sing. I've actually, believe it or not, it's not, you won't be able to find this video anymore, but I can play the drums, I can play the guitar, both acoustic and electric, and I can sing. And I actually made a rock song like 3 years ago. I made a rock song. I compiled everything. I recorded the tracks, I recorded the audio, everything, and I put it together into music. So, yeah. Yeah, Command and Conquer Generals was amazing. Yes, Command and Conquer Generals was the shit. So awesome. Let's see here. So yeah, I can make music. Rapping, yeah, I'm not a big hip hop rap guy anymore. I used to be when I was a kid, but I like rock music. I can make rock music pretty easily. Do I make any, or do I watch anime? Yes. Dragon Ball Z, all the Dragon Ball Z episodes. Ghost in the Shell is awesome. Inuyasha is like one of my favorite animes of all time. Inuyasha is fucking cool. And then if you want some really, really futuristic military shit, like something that has heavily to do with warfare, there's an anime called Blue Gender. Blue Gender. Gender as in like, you know, sex. Blue Gender. Came out like 2002. Those are good ones. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z, Blue Gender. Those are good animes. Inuyasha is probably one of my favorites, I would say, though. If I had to pick one, maybe Dragon Ball Z is like a close second. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, Chris, you should pick up Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, you should pick up Rainbow Six Siege. For 15 bucks, I'd say it's worth it. Get it. If it's on sale right now, get it. Yeah, it's a good deal. Game Hacker says I have like 60 accounts. Do you want me to sub? No. I'm okay, man. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, Tim, you should probably try and refresh real quick. Yeah. Gundam is pretty cool. Gundam was pretty cool. Let's see here. Olav NL, do I watch any series? Game of Thrones, Vikings, Narcos? No, I do not. I don't have cable here at my university, actually. I pay for my internet because I had to have good internet for YouTube, but I don't actually have any cable. I can't watch TV here. No news, no HBO, no, you know, Netflix, none of that. I don't have any of that. And honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not as big of a deal as you'd actually imagine it to be. Let's see, how's the audio sound? Good, test. Yes. It's not as big of a deal as you'd imagine it to be. It really is not. Yeah, I don't need TV for that. Yeah, Vikings is cool. I mean, I see like episodes about it and stuff like that. I've seen people judge the historical authenticity of Vikings and stuff. That's the most that I've watched of it. I don't actually watch the show. So Olaf NL, if you know what I mean. Don't need TV for that, if you know what I mean. That's funny. Yeah, we actually got a decent turnout for the AMAA. I'm really happy about that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I listen to podcasts? I do not. Not really. There's one podcast by a friend of mine. He actually still comes in here sometimes. His name is Podcastage. His real name is Banjer, but he has the YouTube channel called Podcastage. I don't know if you guys actually probably do know it. /podcastage, right? I think this pops up, right? Doesn't it? Yes, yes. Podcastage, he has his own podcast on Mondays, and I watch that podcast. I watch his. It's pretty awesome. You guys would love it. It's pretty awesome. He talks about tech and microphones and all sorts of stuff. I watch that podcast. Other than that, though, no, I don't really listen to podcasts. I don't usually have the time. I don't even listen to music that much. I really probably should, but I just don't. You know. Grunge Source asks, do I watch WWE? And if so, what's your favorite wrestler? I do not watch WWE, although I do have a favorite wrestler. It's either between John Cena, Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or maybe Kane. I loved Kane back in the day. He always had the mask. It's fucking awesome, dude. I don't watch WWE, though. Yeah, don't watch WWE. You see, Tim Van Leer says, what do I study in university? I study politics. I'm a political science student. I'll probably be going to law school in 2 years, and then I'm actually even debating getting a PhD in political science research after law school. Actually, one of the guys that I have as a contact for Paradox Interactive, because he's a public relations guy, he is actually he actually used to be a professor for political science. He actually has a PhD. So, I was just really curious about that. I might have to, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I want to. Believe me, I do. I want to maybe go to PhD school, but we'll see. It's hard. It's a long time. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. So we'll see how that goes. Can you explain, let's see, Christoph Loeffler, can you explain why Americans call football soccer? Because we stole it from Europeans, but we wanted to call it our own. That's probably why. Yeah, we probably just came up with a word for it. Let's see, Grunge Source, Adrian for president. Yeah, I'd like to run for president someday. That'd be cool. Who's my contact at Paradox? Yeah, I can't say that one, man. Can't say that one. Let's see, better get good grades in that bar test. Yep. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Tim Van Leer asks, why have I chosen to study politics above maybe historical or above history or something else, since you sound very interested in that? So I love history, and I realize you can't really have politics without history. They have to go hand in hand. If you believe that you can have politics without studying history and what's happened in history, I don't know if you're the best student of politics. So for me, I was always motivated to get into politics because of my fascination with history. I don't know. That's always the way it's been. I love history, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, studying politics and studying political systems, even evaluating political systems and why people do the things that they do, encompasses so much more. And I don't know, they all go hand in hand. Like economics, history, and politics, like those three, I love every single aspect of all of those fields. And they just kind of like just combine together in like this nice soup package, and they really go hand in hand. And so I'm going to political science. I'm studying political science right now. I'm also studying history. I'm actually taking several history classes now. It's actually like really hard because history is difficult sometimes. So I'm studying history as well as politics. Yeah. I'm studying politics, studying history, and they just go hand in hand. That's just kind of the way it's always been. I love all of it. And that's nice for me. I don't know. It's just always the way I've been. I didn't really get into history and politics, believe it or not, actually until maybe like middle school. Before I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a chef. I loved to cook so much that I wanted to be a chef when I was a kid. I remember for a time I wanted to be a police officer as well. Yeah. Let's see here. Tim says politics also has a philosophical side, which I really like. Yes, that's true too. Yeah, there's a lot of things that has to do with like morality and ethics, and you know, what's moral, what's like immoral, or what's right and what's wrong, and that's the thing is there's no real clear answer sometimes. So I would say that as far as from a political point of view, I am very much like a realist. I do have a fascination with ideology and stuff too. I like to study ideologies like fascism, communism, capitalism, liberalism, things like that. But at the same time, I also love to look at what's on the table, what cards you have in your hand, and how you play those cards, you know? Politics is not about being dealt a good hand, it's about playing a bad hand well, you know? That's always been my philosophy. So I always like to look at what's on the table, why do people do what they do, and how do the cards on the table, how are they affected by what people do? You know? That's just always been me. That's just always kind of the way that I've done it. Yeah. Let's see here. Jack, he says, whatever you do, just believe in your dreams, but don't do what I did and think you can float. I broke my arm jumping down the stairs. That's terrible. Let's see. Chris says, I'm not really sure if I'm going to word this right, but what is your background or heritage? Oh, you mean my ethnicity? I'm Mexican. I'm from, well, I mean, I was born in America. I'm pretty much American as far as culture, but my parents were both from Mexico. Well, my mom is Mexican. And all of her siblings, she has like 11 siblings, 2 brothers, I think 9 sisters or something like that. She was the only person out of her family, my mom, born in America. So she was a natural born American citizen. My dad came to America when he was 18 years old. So when he was 18 years old. So I am fully blown Mexican. But even then, you know, Mexico, as far as like not, there's Native Americans in Mexico. There's like, you know, domestic Native Americans that have always been in Mexico, like the Aztecs, the Mayans, things like that. I believe my mom, her grandparents were from Spain. I believe so, if I remember correctly. My dad, I believe his dad's side, my grandparents on my dad's side, they were from, I believe they're from Spain. They look like it sometimes. Like my dad's actually got pretty dark skin. I'm actually pretty light skinned for a Mexican guy, for Latino. But my dad's family, they're all very light skinned, very, very light skinned. So they probably come from Spain somewhere. Yeah. So I got some sort of Spanish probably in there somewhere, but I don't know. I don't really worry about it. Oh, let's see here. Beatles or Guns N' Roses? I like the Beatles. Beatles are cool, man. Ringo Starr, he's a beautiful drummer. He really is. Ringo Starr is beast. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Christoph says, Jesus, how much time do you have left considering you study and run this channel with this schedule? Dude, I don't even know, man. I don't actually know how I'm doing this kind of crap. I have full-time school, part-time job, and then YouTube on top of that, plus family, plus my girlfriend and stuff like that. I don't know how I do all this shit, really. I mean, I don't even know. I'm hoping within the next year, if we have another Ask Me Anything 1 year from now, that I'm actually a full-time YouTuber. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not really sure how that's all going to go. Let's see. Do my in real life friends play games like EU4? I got a couple friends, actually, believe it or not. I got a couple high school friends that I'm friends with on Steam. They play EU4. We don't really play together. And they talk about it sometimes, like in the Discord, we might have chats and stuff about EU4, but I don't really talk to my in real life friends about EU4 and stuff. I know that they play it. I know for a fact that they play it. So that's just, you know, that's just what happens. I don't know. Let's see. This question just came out of nowhere. This is by Tim. He says, are you religious or raised in a religious way? So my mom is kind of religious. She doesn't go to church. She's not like a church nut or anything like that. My dad doesn't really give a shit about religion. Obviously, because we're Latino, most of our families are straight up Catholic. And I was never religious. I was never religious. I am very much like an atheistic kind of person. I'm very philosophical in that way, and where I don't believe too much out of what comes out of the Bible and stuff like that. I just kind of see it as like a series of stories and such. I also, because I am a political science student and because I've studied history and such for so long, that, you know, when you look at politics and when you look at history and stuff, it teaches you to be very rational, teaches you to evaluate people's decisions and why they do things. And so when it comes to religion, I look at religion from a political point of view, right? It's a means to do something, or it's a means to gain control over people, or a means to fight some war or something like that. I don't actually really believe it. You know, I don't believe in the teachings of religion, stuff like that. No organized religion anyway. And that's just kind of the way I've always been. I don't know. I've always studied like the Crusades. I've always studied the East-West schism, you know, the divide between the Catholic Church and Protestants and Catholics and Orthodox people. I've always looked at all that from a political point of view. So I'm not very religious. I'm not really religiously motivated by things. I would pick ideology, I think, over religion, probably. You know, usually you can have only one or the other. Ideology and religion. I mean, they do come together sometimes, but like I said, I'm a realist when it comes to political science and when it comes to politics and stuff. So I always look at what's on the table, and religion is not really on the table. It's just supposed to tell you how to look at the things that are on the table. Whereas like ideology and politics tells you what to do with the things that are on the table. So I don't know. That's just me. What's your view in religion? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I have one. Do I believe there's a God? Yeah. Do I talk to him and stuff sometimes? Yeah. But I mean, do I go to church? No. Do I support organized churches, or do I think churches can tell people how to live their lives? No. I don't. That's just kind of the way it is. I don't know. Yeah. But people are free to believe. People are free to believe whatever they want as long as it doesn't mess with other people. You know, if you're believing some sort of religious belief and you want to put that belief on me forcefully, that's when like I personally have a problem. But that's just me. You know, other people might not think that way. Let's see. Tim Van Leer says I'm 6% Chinese. Game Hacker is 100% Albanian. Chris Loeffler is 100% Deutsches. Oh, that's awesome, dude. German. Yeah. Thank you, Mim. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mim. Thank you. Let's see. Jacqueline Lay says, do I read? Yes, I read a lot. I read a lot of political science books. Political science research, historical research. I've read Aristotle. I've read John Locke. Alfred Thayer Mahan, his Influence of Sea Power Upon History is fucking awesome. That's an awesome book. If you love history, read that book. That's a really fascinating book. The Federalist Papers, got to read that. You got to read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. You got to read that. I've read Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. I've read that. You got to read The Doctrine of Fascism by Benito Mussolini. You got to read that. Let's see what else is out there. The Republic by Plato. You got to read that. You got to read. Let's see what else is out there. Mostly political science books, historical treatises, and things like that. Woodrow Wilson, he's got some really good stuff. President Woodrow Wilson, he was a scholar. He had a PhD in political science. He's got some really good books out there if you're interested in books. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Tim says, I consider myself a real philosophist, so I've given stuff like this a whole bunch of thinking. I've created a really personal view on stuff like this. That's good, Tim. It's good that you think for yourself, dude. Seriously. Like a godly power, ideology, death, that kind of stuff. Yep. Ideology, death, godly power. I have my own views on that. You know, I'm not sure if here is the most appropriate place to talk about that, but, you know, I do talk about that kind of stuff a lot. Yeah. And I do think about those things a lot. And it's important that you do. It's important that you think about those things. It's important that you ask those kinds of questions. Because you got to be able to think for yourself, you know? You can't lead anybody or you can't do anything for anybody else if you just believe what they do, right? You'll never see yourself as different from anyone else if you think exactly as others do. Let's see here. Let's see. Jack Lunley says he's German, Polish, French, Scottish, Spanish, Irish, Greek, and 0.1% Egyptian. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, Christoph Loeffler says, damn, Mein Kampf is banned in Germany. Even the censored version was rejected. Yeah, see, I don't know. It's curious because I had that same kind of conversation. I've had that same kind of conversation like here, like here. I had that conversation one time with a friend of mine, and we were talking about Mein Kampf, right? And he's just like, do you think it should be banned? Because I know it's still banned in Germany. Do you think it should be banned? And I was just like, no, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be banned. And he asked me, he's like, well, why? And I told him, I was like, if you ban something, you are giving that banned book power. There's some sort of enigma about it. There's some sort of aura about it that wields power over people, right? Why ban something? Because you're afraid of it, right? Why ban something? Because it has the power to encourage people to go and find that which is restricted. There's always people like that, right? There's always rebels. There's always people who are not following the mainstream. And so if you ban some sort of book, people are just going to try that much harder to bust your bubble, to bust your rules and to break your rules. And so I read Mein Kampf just because I could. And honestly, I don't think that book has that much power. I really don't. It has important lessons, but once I think you read it, once you disseminate that information, especially by a guy as notorious as Adolf Hitler, you realize that not everything he says was that well thought out. Not everything he says was that powerful. And that's what comes with learning, right? That's why you read books. That's why you read, treatises and essays and things from people's perspective. Yeah. Let's see here. Tam Van Leer says maybe we could have a discussion about it on Discord sometime. Just saying. Yeah, sure, man. That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. Yeah, I love politics and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Let's see. Cameron Sherwood said Mein Kampf was kind of boring. Mein Kampf, more like it. Actually, believe it or not, guys, Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler is very boring. Now, it might have been just my English translation that I got, but it is a boring book. There's only little parts about the book that actually have substance, that actually kind of delve into the mind of Hitler and what he was thinking. Most of the other crap is just about like his own ramblings about history and religion and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty boring, Yeah. Yeah, probably Tim. We could probably talk about it for hours, to be honest. Yeah. Let's see. Jack says, what's your favorite Civ? Have I ever played Civ? Yeah, we might be coming back. We might be coming back to Civilization 6 and Civilization 5, hopefully in the future. I haven't played them too much. I haven't played Civ 6 that much. It's not really that fun. In comparison to Civ 5, Civ 6 is not that fun. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't have a favorite civilization, I don't think, actually. I don't think so. I've never played it that much. Let's see. Chris says, yeah, it's kind of like Skyrim. They will riot if you ban Talos. Yeah, see, that's the same thing. Yeah, kind of the same thing that I was talking about. Yeah. Let's see here. Cameron Sherwood. It's like the Art of War, where you wanted to read about war and get philosophy shit. It's kind of true. Yeah. Let's see here. Tim Van Leer. Yeah, Tim, we should do some Civ 5. I mean, I want to do more Civilization on the channel. It's just usually I just don't have that much fun with it. I like to play games that I have fun with, and Civilization is not fun to me. I just don't enjoy it that much. That's just me, though. Yeah. Yeah, the potato. Do you think they will release Europa Universalis 5? Not anytime soon. Yeah, not anytime soon. Like Mandate of Heaven's coming out on April 6th, which is next week, and I expect that it's going to sell pretty well. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's going to go well. I don't think EU5 is going to come out anytime soon. Victoria 3 should come out before EU5. Yeah. Stellaris should be updated. Hearts of Iron 4 should be improved. Um, Hearts of Iron 4 should be improved. Yeah, that's a big one. Hearts of Iron 4 needs to be fixed. Trying to think what else. Anything else? Yeah, I have to play games that I have fun with. That's the problem with YouTube. Is if you're not having fun on YouTube, I'll tell you right now, people won't watch it, and they will know that you're not having fun. So I've always been the guy to not go after the views and such. Yeah, I've always been the guy to not go after the views. You have to have fun with the games that you're playing. Yeah, Mandate of Heaven is fucking lit. Multiplayer definitely makes the game a whole lot more fun though. Yeah, I gotta try Civ 6 multiplayer sometime. I don't know. I gotta try it. I gotta try and see how it goes. Let's see. Couch Coach. Yeah, I did all your questions actually, Couch Coach. I did all your questions. They're in the beginning of the live stream. You should go back later. Yeah. I've been saving up for ages for EU4. I will buy it with all the next DLC next week. Yeah, dude. Yeah, EU4 is so good. It's so good. I've spent so much money on that damn game, seriously. Dude, March of the Eagles. Yes, Couch Coach. If they updated March of the Eagles, fuck. That'd be so cool, man. I would love that. That'd be awesome. That game was so good. No bullshit. That game was so good. It was so good. I don't know why. I just don't know why people didn't buy March of the Eagles. Honestly, I think it had to do with marketing. I don't think people marketed that game that well. That game was so good. March of the Eagles had some mechanics that really would have revolutionized, absolutely revolutionized, like EU4, Crusader Kings 2, man. Damn, yeah, it was so good. It was so good. Whoopsies. Yeah, Cameron Sherwood is a famous couch coach. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Let's see, when you buy all DLC for CK2 and EU4, but your computer can't run it, it feels bad, man. Paradox and marketing, what? Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy with the, yeah, it's the same guy with different accounts. He's disliking the stream. We got a troller! We got a troller! Oh my god, he's so salty. He's so salty right now. He must be salty because I said something bad about Albania. Yeah, it's some butthurt dude. Can you imagine, Christoph Loeffler asks, can you imagine a Let's Play Assassin's Creed? You know, I liked the Assassin's Creed games, but after like the third one, or like even the second one, after Assassin's Creed, like Unity, it just kind of, I don't know. They released too many of them, man. They released like one Assassin's Creed game a year. I couldn't even do it. So I probably won't do Assassin's Creed ever. I wanted to do a Skyrim game. A Skyrim Let's Play. Oh man, I watched Roomba. Roomba had a Skyrim Let's Play that I watched. I didn't realize this, dude. He uploaded that thing in like 2014. I watched that thing. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. And thank you, moderators. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this guy from being annoying. Really appreciate that. We got a salty spittoon. He's being a salty spittoon right now. He's being a salty spittoon. Give me that salt. Give me that salt. Ainter's gonna ain't. What the hell, too? That's funny, man. Let's see. Jan says, did you see the new achievements for EU4 for the new patch? Yeah, the new achievements are gonna be awesome. The new achievements are so cool. I want to play a lot of those achievements. I want to try and get them. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of ones that are based around time. They're time sensitive achievements. You know. Let's see. Oh, so Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I never played Black Flag. Black Flag. I never played it. There's too many Assassin's Creed games for me to really remember, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag was cool. I heard Assassin's Creed 3 was okay. I heard it was kind of a step back. It was a step in the wrong direction. But I don't know. Yeah, there's too many of them. Too many of them. I never played Black Flag. Yeah, I really should though. Probably should play it. Assassin's Creed of the year. It's the same guy, man. Same dude. Let's see here. Jack Lenley, what's your favorite company to make games? I mean, Paradox Interactive is good. Paradox Development Studio, they're awesome. Paradox is good. Valve Software makes really good stuff. The Half-Life series. Oh, yeah. They make good stuff. Let me see. Who else? Those are probably two of my favorites. Paradox Development Studio. Yep. Assassin's Creed Empire is being made by the same crew that made Black Flag, so it's very promising. Ooh. Let's see. Yomer says, oh yeah, the one in London. Yeah. Yomer says, I like Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Where can I find these achievements? Let me see if I can get the dev diary for it. Let's see. I think that's on the wiki, something like that. It's on the, yeah. Let me see here. The bonus one. These are for achievements, right? I think it's this one. Every Assassin's Creed ending is batshit insane. Yeah, they made some changes. Oh no, that was not the one with the achievements. Oh shit. Okay. There's one with achievements somewhere around here. Yeah. With the EU4 achievements. It's I forget where actually. I can't find it. But dude, those achievements are good. Those achievements are real good. They're gonna be really fun. That's the thing, man. The damn Assassin's Creed games, man. The damn Assassin's Creed games. Adrian's fake news. Breitbart Fiend. Black Flag was a little weird. I know every single game is different. That's what's crazy. All of them are different. Burn the hammer. The salt is real. The salt is real. He's being a salty spittoon. He's being a salty spittoon. Is Quill still streaming this shit? I gotta check this out.
Ortalized.
Okay, so Quill is done, yeah. Quill is done with his stream. So I should be expecting, hopefully codes are being sent out. Codes might be sent out like Monday or something. Shit, dude. Seriously. We didn't get any Europa Universalis IV codes. Shit. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That voice really gave me goosebumps. Yeah. I should do, like, I might be a little too loud sometimes in my Let's Plays, but like, I wonder if I really, like, just try to do, like, an ASMR Let's Play, like a whole Europa Universalis IV series and me just talking really quiet, you know? Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, yeah, Jan. Yeah, I can't post links, man. Let me, oh, a minute. Let me find out where, let me get the, oh, here's the achievements. this guy? Oh god. There's so many good achievements in here. There's so many good. Let's see, makes you sound enthusiastic. Tim Van Leer says, my voice makes me sound enthusiastic. Christoph Loeffler, your voice is is way more enjoyable than Aruba's and Quill's. Really? I don't know about that one, man. Quill's voice, I'm not gonna like Quill. Okay, so Quill, he's got a good microphone, but I'll just put it out there. I don't know how much like I enjoy hearing him in his commentaries and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like his voice and stuff. It's just it's his microphone. The microphone quality that is like, eh. But Aruba sounds really good. Yeah, Aruba sounds really good. He's like, Aruba, you bastard. Can you do an ASMR for us? Gah. Sitting here for a whole hour, my whole yawning, I haven't slept in ages, my leg is still broken, which means my life goal is broken, every limb is complete. It's a side goal, but it's fun, it still hurts. Student must be lonely. Oh man, he's just salty, man. He's just salty. You could be Kelvin with a bad mic and a bad voice. Dude, do you watch Kelvin? Oh yeah, and the potato. I got a historical question. Did Charles XII of Sweden ever have children? Charles XII? I don't actually know him by regnal number. Let's see. I guess not. Yeah, it looks like he didn't have any children. Charles XII of Sweden, I guess not. Googling with Adrian the live stream. Yeah, so I guess Charles XII was the king that fought the Great Northern War with Russia. I guess he died in 1718. He never had any kids. Not lonely. I just got diagnosed with a few not serious mental disorders. Yeah, so have I, man. You're telling me. Let's see. Couch Coach, you're sub to Kelvin on various platforms. Chris, you haven't watched Kelvin in a long time. He was a god. Let's see. Christoph Loeffler asks, "What do you think of an independent Sweden?" Or no, not independent Sweden. No, independent Scotland. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's a hard one. Because like at one point, I understand like why Scotland wants to be independent because like England and Scotland had a lot of turmoil for a long time. They had a lot of historical reasons to be mad at each other and a lot of war and death. But at the same time, it's like, can Scotland be its own country? Can it be economically independent? And I don't know. I think if there's a vote, if there's a democratic vote, and the country decides, hey man, Scotland and England are better off without each other, then I think that's okay. I think that's fair. If they decide that, if the people of Britain vote, hey man, no, Scotland should be on its own, that's fair. I don't have a problem with that. That every country has a right to self-determination. However, what worries me is if people talk about like forceful violent separatism, right? Like war or creating some sort of army or something. That's when I have reservations about it. I don't like separatism. I don't like that kind of idea. Um Couch Coach supports an independent Flanders. Yeah. Like I remember one time I remember one time, I don't know if I told you guys about this actually, but I went to Spain. I went to Barcelona in Spain, and Barcelona is in a region of Spain called Catalonia. And when I went to Spain, in particular, during that period of time, there was a lot of unrest in Catalonia about being its own independent country. And so I went there, and literally, dude, it's kind of crazy. Okay, it's kind of crazy. You see flags of Aragon. You see the you know, like, because you guys play EU4. Literally, dude, it's like seeing Aragon trying to be independent. You got like Aragon flags everywhere, the Catalonian flags, and I think even Catalonia is actually a tag in EU4. We've actually used it in one of our campaigns. And so I went there. I went to Spain, and I was in Barcelona. I was in Catalonia, and people, you know, are separatist, and people. Some people are really mad. You know, some people aren't mad. Some people don't even speak Spanish there. They actually just speak Catalan, which is the language of Catalonia. They don't even speak Spanish, and so they knew me when I spoke Spanish. They knew that I was not from Spain, that I wasn't, you know, a Spaniard, and it was really interesting. And so I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the idea. It's like, damn, if Catalonia and slash, I don't know, maybe the whole Kingdom of Aragon wanted to be independent or some shit, like, do I have any reservations about it? I mean, yeah, you know, if Catalonia like forcefully secedes from Spain or something like that, I mean, dude, that's just a can of worms. You know, we're talking like revolutions, separatists, warfare. It could be all bad. Okay, it could be real bad. It's gonna be EU4 peasant revolts all over again. But at the same time, if there's like some sort of democratic vote, some sort of democratic election, and people are just like, hey man, you know, let's let them be free, then I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem. You know, that's okay. All right, Chris, take care of yourself. Chris, take care of yourself. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Let's see here. Christoph Loeffler says, the Basques want independence as well, right? See, that's the thing, actually. That's what's funny. The Basques aren't as rebellious anymore. During the 70s and the 80s, the 1970s and 1980s, the Basques actually had a couple separatist terrorist groups that wanted to fight for Basque independence, and they used to have bombings and stuff. But now, actually, they're kind of okay. I went to the Basque country. Holy shit, the Basque country is the most beautiful place I've ever been to on Earth. Literally, dude, we're talking like the ocean, really nice buildings, really nice forests. The people are very, very friendly. It's a beautiful place. Very, very beautiful place. And I didn't see really anything about unrest. There were no Basque flags, not really. Everybody was very friendly. I could speak Spanish to them. They understood Spanish. They'd speak it back to me. I could speak English with them too, and they spoke English back. Yeah, the Basques are very friendly, and I didn't see any unrest. But when you went back to Barcelona, when you went back to Catalonia, dude, it was all up in that shit. You saw, you know, Catalonian flags and people wearing like Aragon shirts. They had like these shirts that had the flag of Catalonia on it and stuff like that. And they would wear like keychains, and, you know, they'd be driving and they have on their back window, they have Catalonian flags and stuff. And it was pretty serious, dude. It's pretty serious shit. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Let's see here. Tim asks, I did a presentation earlier this day at school about that parents should let their kids game more. What's your opinion about this? Let their kids game more. Do you mean as in play more video games or play more violent video games? What do you mean? Not sure what you mean there. Because I never have a problem with video games. I mean, I used to play a lot of video games. I played a lot of video games in my lifetime. Yeah. Yeah, Spain it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Spain is pretty curious. No way, Cameron. No way, Coach. Video games in general. I don't mind people playing video games. I want my kids to be able to play video games, you know. There is something very important in video games. Yeah. Let's see. Jack Landley says, what's the nicest place you visited? Also, what do you think of Gibraltar? Spain wants it, but the people there want to be British. Um what's the nicest place I've ever been was the Basque country. Yeah, the Basque country. I went up to a city called Bilbao, which is the capital of the Basque country. Most beautiful place I've ever been to on earth. No bullshit, dude. I was looking out. I remember we went to the coast. Bilbao was right on the coast. I looked out and I asked my tour guide. I was like, "Yo, dude, what is that?" And he's like, "Dude, that's the Atlantic Ocean. You swim and you'll get to like Virginia from here. You know, you just swim. You get to like the eastern coast." I was like, "Holy shit." By far, for sure. For sure. It's a very nice place. Yeah. I don't mind video games. I don't mind video games. Yeah, I'd love to have my kids, play video games. I think it does teach certain things. I think it teaches people creativity, imagination. It does teach violence, though. I will admit, I've learned a lot about history and warfare and violence through video games. Might not be the best thing as far as making kids sensitive to things, sensitive to issues and sensitive to conflict and war and violence, but I don't know. Like, I played GTA, I played Halo, I played shooters and stuff, and I played mature games when I myself was not mature. I'm mature now. Do I think video games have something to do with that? Maybe, yeah. I'd say so. Oh, I'm out of coffee, damn. Yeah, video games they're important, man. This damn guy keeps coming back. He's so salty. So salty. Let's see. What do I think about Gibraltar? Spain wants it, but the people there want to be British. I don't have too much of an idea about it. The way that I see it, Spain can claim it all they want, but dude, Britain has owned Gibraltar for the last like 200 years. And if the people there are British, if the people who live there are British, they want to be British. Hell, what say do I have to say that they should not be British? If they want to be British, they want to be British. Spain obviously used to own Gibraltar, but at the same time, considering the things that Spain has done to people in the New World, people around the world, Asia, Africa, right? South America, North America, I don't know. I don't have a lot of sympathy, to be honest. If the people who live in Gibraltar want to be British, then let them be British, I can't really come and tell Spain, hey man, yeah, you deserve to have Gibraltar. And I can't tell Britain, no, you don't deserve to have Gibraltar. I don't have much of a say in that. I can't really. Let's see, Christoph Loeffler says, I heard of a study that shows violent games actually decrease violence. Same effect with violent films. That's what I heard too. I heard that video games that are violent are a way for people to get out it's a way for people to act out their fantasies and stuff, and it actually decreases their real life levels of violence and stuff. I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that. Christoph Loeffler says Ostpreußen belongs to Germany. That's a whole big can of worms in itself, buddy. I know, man, it's crazy. Yeah, Ostpreußen does belong to the Deutschland. Yeah, that's a whole can of worms, and that's a really interesting topic too, if you ever know the history behind it. Let's see. The U.S. should annex Gibraltar. I thought we already did. Let's see here. Tim Van Leer says, do you know anything about the Isle of Man in Great Britain? Yes, the Isle of Man. Yeah. Yeah, I know about the Isle of Man. It's right there in between Ireland, Scotland, and England. Little Isle of Man, little. It's actually MANN, little island. It's a very nice place to be. For a long time, it was I think it was one of the last Viking bastions ever in the world. Yeah. Is Ostpreußen Kaliningrad? Yeah, it is. They changed it from Königsberg East Preußen to Kaliningrad. Yeah. I appreciate the questions, Tim. Let's see here. Christoph Loeffler. Same with Alsace, Lothringen, and Österreich. Make Germany great again. Yeah. Let's see. Austria is Österreich. And then same with Alsace, Lothringen. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Alsace-Lorraine now belongs to France still. Yeah. But to be fair, Alsace-Lothringen, they had a population exchange. So predominantly, I believe now it's predominantly French, if I remember correctly. I believe at the end of World War II, Alsace-Lothringen was given back to France, but there was a population exchange, so Germans could move if they wanted. Alsace-Lothringen. Let me see if I can search for the demographics real quick. Yeah, I believe nowadays, let's see. I believe nowadays it is predominantly yeah. Common language is I believe Alsace-Lothringen is now primarily French. They speak French here. Because I remember at the end of World War II when they gave it back, there was a population exchange. I believe so. Let's see. What do they speak in Ostprussen? They speak Russian in Ostprussen, yeah. They speak Polish and they speak Polish and Russian. If Russia lost Kaliningrad, who would own it? Germany, Poland, Lithuania? Probably a little bit of both. Yeah. It used to be German. It's surrounded by Polish and Lithuanian lands. It used to be German, but at the end of World War II, when the Soviets came through and invaded Ostprussen, they moved out all the Germans. They moved out the Germans into East Germany after the end of the war, and Russia annexed the territory themselves. So it's a Russian place. They deported everybody. Yeah, it used to be German. It used to be Prussian, but it's not anymore. Yeah, it's a pretty terrible history actually. If you read about it, at the end of World War II, it is a horrible episode, man. It's some pretty shitty history. Yeah, it's incredible. It's a pretty terrible history, but you can, yeah. Yeah, let's see, Jack. Is this a good topic for you because you like politics? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know about all this. I have to know about all this, right? Yeah. Germany had to give up Holstein, I think, after World War II. I think they actually still hold on to Holstein. It's Schleswig. Schleswig went back to Denmark, but Holstein, I believe, still belongs to Germany. Cameron Sherwood, I guess we need some ethnic resettlement of Alsace-Lorraine. You say is Albanian is what? No, Holstein. Yeah, Holstein still belongs to Germany. I believe Schleswig went back to Schleswig. Yeah, the Duchy of Schleswig is actually still belongs to the Danish crown, I believe. Wow, actually, Southern Schleswig, I think, still belongs to Germany, doesn't it? I think it is, actually. I think the Kiel Canal runs through there somewhere, right? Oh, wow. No. Schleswig-Holstein still belongs to Germany. Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Schleswig-Holstein still belongs to Germany. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I thought like Schleswig, the northern part, went to Denmark and Holstein went back to Germany, but no, actually the whole thing is actually still, it's the northernmost province of Germany. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Cool. Cool stuff. Let's see here. Jack Lanley, what's your favorite part of history? Industrial, colonial, modern, medieval, or dark ages? I'm not gonna lie, the industrial period is fascinating. Fascinating shit. It's probably between the industrial period, like anything from like maybe 1860 to like maybe 1945. Like I know probably the most about that period. The only other period that maybe rivals that in what's my favorite would probably be maybe antiquity. Anything with the Roman Empire or like anything from like Alexander the Great to maybe the fall of the Western Roman Empire, antiquity. They call that classical antiquity. That's pretty awesome stuff. That's some good history right there. It's pretty awesome. Was the Kiel Canal built because it's difficult to get through Denmark? Yes. Yes. The Kiel Canal was because Denmark held on to what they called the Sound Toll. Yeah. Denmark had control of the Sound Toll. Yeah. So the sound toll is when you come through the Danish Straits. The sound toll was between Sweden and Denmark, and then Denmark controlled basically the only route through the Baltic Sea. And so the Kiel Canal was built by the Germans to not have to go through Denmark. Yeah. Cameron Sherwood, my favorite history is anything past 1776. Ah, Bruce, that damn eagle, man, that damn eagle. All right, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this AMA. It's been about 2 hours. It's been a good time. I'm glad you guys came out. Any last questions for today? I gotta record some Stellaris, but I gotta get some lunch or something. Holy crap, my voice is gone. Jesus. Let's see. Who, if I could be, all right, I got a couple questions. Where's my dad? Working. Jack Landley, if you could be anyone at any time, who and why? If I could be anyone in any time, who and why, I'd want to be Napoleon Bonaparte. And I'd want to fight during the Napoleonic Wars. Yeah, that is a fascinating period of history, man. That's perhaps besides maybe World War II, the Napoleonic period is one of the most important times for European history ever. We would not be here without Napoleon. So I would want to go back to that time. The battles, the politics, the warfare, that would be the time, man. That's the time of nationalism. That'd be cool. Let's see. Tits or ass? Ass all the way. That's just me, though. Are you married? No, not yet. Not yet. Soon. Tim Van Leer, can I be mod, please? Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, Bruce, he knows what's up. Couch Coach, you know what's up, man. Ass, definitely. Too soon, definitely too soon. Yeah, I would say ass. Ass all the way. I'm gonna get flagged for this, Jesus. French. Fucking couch. Fucking couch coach beers and tits. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Alright, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go record some Stellaris Utopia. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, thank you so much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe and comment if you enjoyed the Ask Me Almost Anything. Thank you so much for 1 year of YouTube. We'll be coming back to this soon enough. Soon enough. We'll be doing another one. It'll be 2 years and 3 years and 4 years. I really appreciate you guys for coming on by. Shout out once more to Lou Wardner. Gave 24 pounds, which is like $30 US. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really appreciate it. It's been really fun. It's been really fun. I really appreciate you guys for coming out here. Let's have another good year, guys. Let's have another good years. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Discord. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's have another good year. Another good year of YouTube. Another good year. Oh yeah. Take care, guys.